Fair use, fair use. Uh, Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comments, reporting, news, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And we'll be doing all of that. Basically, what we're doing now, we're studying uh, the data. We're studying the data. We're studying people. We're finding out what this post-traumatic slave syndrome is actually doing to the race, has actually done. So we're studying people and behavior, and what Phil has gotten here uh, is something that is very important. So we're gonna I think we're gonna play. I think we've got some of the clip here. But basically, what we're gonna do is we want you to go watch the video. I'm sure some of you have already told me you watched it and you agree with me. But changing the image of Christ helped. He said, "Them folks." We know who he's talking about. This is Faith. No, he's on YouTube too. But you know who he's talking about, the colonizers, and yeah, he helped them to conquer the world. That image, it hid them. Basically, it hid them. It hid them from uh, indictment, indictment, and when they came up with showing that image, it disarmed the people and it showed these people as the angel of light. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Uh, let's go ahead. Here, watching Phil Scott live. He's talking about the deception that. Go watch it. He's live now, but he's talking about the deception that Thessalonians. I'm relating it to Thessalonians, second chapter, 9th and 10th verse, where it talks about the strong delusion. And he said that's how. See if I can get this volume up. He was saying that's how. I'm not trying to steal his. Let me cut this down. Let me cut this down. He was saying that's how they deceived us with that image of the beast, with that image of that Edomite image of Jesus Christ. That's how they deceived us. And as I was listening to him, and thinking about the Most High and his characteristics, the characteristics of the Most High is fair. He's fair. That's one thing he's definitely fair. And a lot of us went to sleep and woke up looking at that image. That's why it's so hard to break. That deception is that we don't believe that the Most High would let that kind of magnitude of deception happen. Ain't that the truth? Right? That's why it's so hard to break. A Christian, which myself was at one time, I had to see who the real devils was. And I had prayed about that. Lord, you show me who the real devils are, and I'll fight them forever. I'll fight the devil forever. I'll never go back. Little did I know. I had to see who the real devils were, because I heard about the deception 30 years ago. I held on to the Christian doctrine because I was under the impression that the Most High was watching over that. You know what I mean? He had us covered. He was standing guard to make sure that we couldn't be deceived. The truth wouldn't be deceived off the earth. Powerful drug. But you know what? That was our job. That was our job. That wasn't his job. That to make sure the truth would not be taken from the earth. That was the job of the Israelites, the prophets. That's why he told us and gave us commandments and advice that we would not let the truth fall in the hands of the unrighteous. Because if that's the case, David was trying to tell us in Psalms 83 that they would cut us off to be a nation if they ever got in the position to control history. And that would mean that they would be in power on the earth. That means we vacated our oath of office. We vacated our position. We gave up our seat as judges, rulers, lawyers, truth holders, prophets. We gave up that seat.
Yeah, basically.
We vacated our seat out here, right? And Phil helped me to see that. It's a nice message, man. It's real simple. You go back and check it out, man. See what God gives you. But he was talking about the deception of the image of Christ, of who they call Jesus Christ. The world ignorantly called him Jesus Christ. And it wasn't our God's duty to watch over that. It was our duty. He left it with us. He gave us the truth and left it with us. Told us who we were. The keepers of righteousness. We abandoned it. Like we are abandoning it now. You abandon your post. When you stop being an Israelite, you abandon truth. You are a superhero that has abandoned truth. You are abandoning truth. A superhero Israelite that want to be a part of all the other nations, and you don't want your superhero position no more. You gave it up. You gave it up to the villain. You gave your calling all superheroes. Take your position. You gave your position up to the villain. Go look at Phil. He was teaching this. He started off with the image of the beast being the point of the deception. 2 Thessalonians 2, 9 and 10. He gave them over to a strong delusion. We thought God was watching that part of the border. We thought Yahweh was watching over the truth. Yeah, he is. If it wasn't for him, hey man, if it wasn't for him watching it, he watching it. But we wasn't. That's why we got deceived. We wasn't holding on to the truth. In the same way they deceive right now. Even when I came up, my parents handed the truth down to us. And we abandoned the truth. We didn't give it to our children. We didn't pass the baton down. We did not pass that baton down. We abandoned the truth. We abandoned the truth. We didn't pass the baton down. Phil is teaching about how the image of the beast was the point of the deception of the body of Israelites, of the children of Yahweh. That point of deception, total cutting us off from being a nation, is when they knew it was the right time, when they changed the image of Yahushua into the image of an Edomite. They changed the whole nation. They hid us. And when we woke up, we had no other point of reference but the Bible, and they cut us off from reading, and they gave us part of the Bible that said that they were our masters. Are you listening, Edomites? God is putting us together right before your very eyes. Yahweh is here. He's in power. Nobody can stop him. Phil is talking about the point of the deception being the image of the beast, being that image place all over the world at the same time. He put everybody to sleep. What I mean, he killed everybody, took the books, killed all the people that knew who they were, killed them all. After he worked them to death, he killed them slow. He worked them to death, and he demanded that they did not teach their heritage to their children. That way, he was raising up the next generation of slaves not to know who they are, and in that way he would have a clear line to the kingship on this earth. That's what happened. He didn't have to move people around. All he had to do is work you in place. You gonna die in 40 years, maybe 10 or 15. He's gonna beat you to death. You gonna, as long as he gets some kids out of you, he gonna get 10 or 20 kids out of them two slaves. So he doubled his population and demanded that you did not teach your heritage to your children. That's how he cut you off so fast. So no, this can't be. How could he cut us off so fast? He couldn't do, God ain't gonna let him do it. He cut you off. You turned your back on God. God said, cool, I'm gonna go over here and be God over here then, since y'all don't have nothing to do with me. And he left us over here in the hands of these demons, and we thought we was dancing, and they had put ants in our pants. Yeah, we thought we was with our friends, man. We went to sleep and they put shaving cream in our hand and tickled our face. That's how it started out. Oh, it was funny then. Then they took total control. And they killed us and took our children and made them into black Native Americans, Negro, black, colored, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. All the names of all the tribes, spread it all over the earth, the Americas, everywhere. Filipino, I was just talking to a Filipino brother in Israel, in Filipino. He's on here.
In the Philippines.
He's on here. I'll see him in a minute. He called me and he showed me. They believe it. He said this is amazing. I just talked to him a couple hours ago for the first time. He said they definitely stop saying Jesus, because over there they know what that really means, because they were colonized and left in the hands of those colonizers more than us. He said they are the Northern Kingdom too. I was telling him he might be Moab. he might be Moab. I'm like, look at you. But he said, no. He said, because it's a certain group of us over here that believe, that know the story of what Jesus means and who Yahweh is, and some other things me and him talked about. He got a good message, though. He got a good message. You know, they saw some things we didn't see. In every land, they use different trickery, similar to the same, but to get them to disconnect from their heritage. And it's amazing to see the different trickery that they use in every land. You talk to the people and you get your best source when you talk to the people and find out what records and what have they came up and put together, what dots have they connected to get that truth back out there, to figure out what was done to them in their particular land, how they cut them off. And they said the same thing. It's that image of Christ. The image that who they call Christ. They call his name Jesus, but they worship Yahweh in the Filipinos. And Phil came out with this same message, and I know he wasn't on that Facebook conversation this morning with me and that brother. And everybody's waking up and finding out. If that's the case, then hey man, a lot of the Christians and all of us, we really innocent, man. How are we going? Well, you know what I mean? The delusion hit us. We didn't have no knowledge that what was happening. So that's why God is long suffering, and He's giving people chance to wake up to this truth. He ain't gonna come and just blow this place up before everybody know the truth. But it's coming, because everybody's getting the truth, and everybody's publicizing it in their own way. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta get the truth, and then you gotta publicize it. That's the blessing right there. Because you gotta change. You gotta change the truth, and you gotta preach the truth to stop the lie. The lie is that the chosen people are another people. And all we have to do is get up and blow the trumpet and say, no, that's a lie. And God is going to do the rest. He make it from the small hats to all the other colonizers. He's bringing them down. And while they looking at us to destroy us, they're going to have a fight. They're going to be fighting each other, man. He's going to tear them down, and their army's going to fall too. While they fighting each other, they gonna wind up with no armies. This is gonna be a lawless society. The whole earth is gonna be lawless. The army's gonna be in hiding. The government is gonna be in hiding. All right, my brother. So we're gonna talk about this a little more, but go on there and check Phil out, man. Phil is talking about what I just got through talking about. All right, all praises to the Most High. Brother Keith, I see you watching again. I wish how you bring them on camera, man. Somebody just shoot me a text, man, or call me and tell me how to bring. We should bring them on camera. Bring them on camera. What are you talking? What are they talking about? It sounds good. Somebody shoot me a message. How to bring people. People want to talk. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go on YouTube and Obed Israel. Look for me on YouTube. Obed Israel. Get my videos. Obed Israel. Elders for Israel. Okay? All right. All praise. All praises. Shoot me an email. If you're interested in talking more about this subject, maybe you can help me set it up to where it can be more YouTube friendly, and we can get out there and talk to more people. All praises to the Most High. Marvin.walker67 at yahoo.com. Shalom.